How you doing? I'm just going to hang here for a minute. What do they call that? A New York minute? If maybe anybody in the world besides me is not doing much on a Saturday night. All this testing. Oh, Blake, how are you? So good to see you, Blake. I've been messing around with different things on my computer, and I'm about frustrated. Hi, Roland. How are ya? I decided that Chris, good to see you. I decided that uh, OBS doesn't want to play nice on my laptop because I've been having Wi-Fi issues. I hooked up a Wi-Fi booster to my laptop, and that did not solve it. If I take off OBS, I don't have an issue at all. And as soon as I run OBS, I do. So, but I'm leaning more towards not OBS being the problem. I'm leaning more towards my laptop not wanting to play nice with OBS. Nice kitchen? No, that's not my kitchen. You know that's not my kitchen. You're funny, Blake. Welcome to my live stream. Didn't get a video done. Didn't get anything done. I'm kind of stubborn. I wanted to really keep going with this and mess with it, etc. But, yeah, no. Zed, good to see you. Did you have any okay, Roland, that's wonderful. Solving the issue that you and I were trying to solve is a great thing. I'm trying to solve now the issue of when I'm using OBS through StreamYard, I'm losing Wi-Fi. There's a breach somewhere. So, yeah, but my Wi-Fi, Chris, right now, I know it's horrible, but my Wi-Fi right now without using the OBS software or whatever that program is fine. I'm not having any issues at all. So, well, that's okay, Zed. Get some sleep. You tend to be up a lot late, long hours. Well, if that's the case, Roland, are you saying that OBS and StreamYard are trying to use my bandwidth? So it's using double the bandwidth? Because I don't have an issue with StreamYard by itself. Good night, Zed. Take care. Because when I'm on the computer in the house, hi, Specs Appeal. Good to see you. Hi. The computer in the house doesn't do that when I'm running OBS. Well, and that's what I'm thinking. It might be my laptop for some reason. You know, I buy this stuff used. Don't even know what year it is. Don't care. It works. I may be able to, I don't know. I just don't know. But I'm not bringing my other computer out into the shop. That's a fact. I may search for another laptop and see what I can find. But who knows? So I had a little too much coffee tonight, so I'm kind of wide awake. Normally I'm sleeping by now. Yay me. Yeah, Roland, I don't know, but I also am considering the fact that I have the lowest paid version of internet that's available in my area, but that still doesn't explain why it doesn't happen in the house, but it happens out here. Oh, okay, Chris. So that makes sense. That multiple programs. Um, Again, but it's in the house. I don't have this issue. Now, granted, I'm right on top of my Wi-Fi router, but right now, it's just strange because I didn't have this problem until a week and a half ago. I was doing totally fine with OBS out here in the shop on this laptop. So it's possible that something in the laptop is starting to, take its toll. I don't know. I wish I knew. But the laptop is probably 12 feet away from the router, but it's outside of the home. I'm in a mobile home and my shop is outside of the mobile home. And I have a Wi-Fi booster antenna right in front of the window, and it's got direct line to the Wi-Fi router. So yeah, it's possible, Roland. I don't know. I'm just I'm done beating myself over the head about it. I'm just gonna adapt and overcome. Uh, if I have to do a live stream in the house, no, I'm not bringing the scroll saw in the house. I may record my live stream, pre-record it, and run it in the house uh, like I would live. In other words, it's not sped up, and I can just shoot the breeze with everybody in the chat. A new, I didn't think about that. The router might be going bad. I'm almost thinking, could be the internet here. Excuse me. I'm almost thinking I might need to refresh some stuff in my laptop. Um, I think, Roland, when I was talking about downloading um, that program to accomplish the task you and I have been trying to accomplish, that's why I didn't want to really download anything onto this laptop. And I have minimal stuff on it. Let me look. Um, yeah, I don't really have much of anything on this laptop. And matter of fact, there's a lot of stuff I can actually uninstall. That might not be a bad idea. Because I have my Filmora editing software on here, but I don't use it on this laptop. You can only use it on one. That's what I paid for the lifetime. So maybe if I uninstall that on this laptop, because that does use internet as well. But so it's an Eero mesh router. Well, right now I pay I don't know, $5 a month or something for the router I have through the internet company. I can go into the system and see how hard or not it's working. Okay. I don't think I know how to do that. Yes, I do. And look. Okay, computer, Roland wants to know how hard you're working. Oh, the computer. You mean the resources like RAM and other such things? Hmm. Okay. I don't remember how to find that. Let me think. Okay. There we go. All right. I remembered. It's been a while since I've done a lot of this stuff. Okay. Well, Google Chrome is certainly hogging a lot of resources here. It's not very nice. Oh, there's a lot of stuff. I'm holding up. So how are you feeling, Blake? I have not wanted to reach out to you because I was pretty certain last week was this past week probably. Yeah, I am in Task Manager right now. Performance. That's what I needed. I didn't want to bother you because I was pretty sure that you weren't feeling all too well. Okay. Are you back to work yet? Wi-Fi, GPU, CPU. Okay. Are you going to need therapy? Physical therapy. We all need the other kind. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're starting to feel better. Hi, Sarge. How you doing? I've been trying to figure stuff out on my computer. Okay, so Roland, mine at the moment is showing CPU 9% memory, 40 CPU 19 memory. Okay, so my CPU is 35 and memory is 3.6. Wi-Fi, my SSD is 0 to 16. It's all over the place. My CPU is okay. CPU is jumping from 31 to 46. Okay, so that sounds fine. I don't know. App history, details, services. I have services here. Okay, I'm getting out of here. I can't believe I remembered how to do that. Oh, definitely going to be one of those things. I'm almost tempted though to bring my other computer out here and see if that computer has the same issues out here. Um, it's the only way I'll know for sure. But I truly can't leave it out here, and it's an HP all-in-one, but um, it's not really that portable, and it's not that lightweight either. And if I had a place in the shop that I could put it that it would be dust-free, I would do it. Yeah, we do, Chris. And again, I apologize for not having pursued that. Um, I think it's more of an issue for Sarge because he does have such a busy work schedule. Um, I think it would be a matter of me just saying, hey, Sarge, why don't you let me know when you're available that we can shoot the breeze? Oh, CPUs are happy to run at that, huh? Oh, not my CPU. This CPU doesn't want to run at 80%. 70 tops. Oh, goodness. Eric, how are you? Thank you so much for coming in. So, yeah, Sarge, if you could hit me up, I'll actually shoot you an email, Sarge, and give you my phone number. That way, because I don't check my email all the time. I'm really bad about that. And I don't have notifications. They're your one brain cell. Yeah, I'm wondering sometimes if I even have a one brain cell uh, in today's day and age. You know what? I want to try something though because I want to know if you guys hear the sound on this because this stopped working for me too, Roland. So I'm going to put this up here, and it is a slideshow. You've seen it before, but think, Amy, think. Sound has been an issue. No, that's a yes or no question. You can hear it. Okay. Okay. I don't want to keep that running. I actually want to find some different music to go with that. So that works. So I'm just in StreamYard only, Roland. I'm not using OBS. I just shut it down. Okay. And not to be a jerk. Um, uh, well, on this particular one, Sarge is not. Um, um, I can choose a video file, and it automatically plays the sound. I know, Roland. It's not that I have to have that. Because that's, just for everybody else's reference, we've been trying to use OBS to show Roland to show his videos, but for me to show that video clip I just gave you with the slideshow with sound. OBS will show the video, but the sound doesn't come through. And we've been trying to figure that out. And all the things that are on YouTube and how to do it, we've done it. I even uninstalled OBS and reinstalled it just to clear out any, I don't know, junk maybe that I might have created. And we just can't figure it out. Well, I don't mind though. I'm not giving up on OBS, Roland. I just wanted to do a live without it and just you know, play with the StreamYard and see if it worked. It does. I'm half tempted to try it again in OBS, but I'm just not going to. Yeah, I've used StreamYard since 2020. I had the paid version early on, and that's when it was a lot cheaper. And then I just, because I kind of gravitated away from YouTube, I didn't pay for it anymore. OBS might be having an issue with the file codes. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know nothing about that. Well, I agree, Roland. Like you said, and we both agree, it's probably something silly, stupid. Yes, Chris, they do constantly change things, but if you don't what? Oh, update. If you don't do the updates, you don't have to worry about that. Now, Roland has never updated OBS since he installed it. I've been updating mine all along. So, in theory, it should have worked for him and not me. You too, Sarge. I'll send you an email. If you don't get it within 24 hours, send me an email and remind me. I should be able to remember that, though, as sad as that is. So you have a great night. I hope you sleep well or party well, whatever you got going on for tonight. Well, yeah, Roland, the green screen. I'm definitely very interested in that. So I am going to. I'd like to set that up for my live stream videos. But again, if I can't get OBS to work and play nice on this laptop out in the shop, there's no point in me even doing that. Well, good for you, Sarge. I'd say let me know how that works out for you, but I'm really not interested in knowing. I hope you sleep well, though. You take care. As always, I appreciate you coming in and sacrificing your beauty sleep. Yeah, I'm getting to the point of tomorrow. I'll probably bring my laptop or my all-in-one out here. I definitely don't want to keep it out here, though. I do all my editing on that one, and I don't want to be doing all that out in the shop. I'm out here enough. I don't need to be out here for that as well. So what's going on, everyone? What you got going tonight? Happy Saturday night. I would imagine Blake's chillaxing. Roland, it's Sunday during the day for Roland. He's in Australia. So it is, well, it's actually morning still. Let me think. Close to noon, maybe. Something along them lines. I'm hoping that gentleman does get back to you, Roland. Oh, you should, Roland. You don't have to hang out here. Hi, Annie. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Much appreciated. Ah, yeah, Savage Dave. I didn't know he was live. Of course I didn't. I don't get notifications for anybody. I'm doing really well, Annie. Thank you. Um, Today's his birthday, huh? Well, Savage Dave, happy birthday to you. I may or may not catch him. I don't know how long I'm going to stay on here. Joe Delaney, how are you? Good to see you. Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday night. Well, I know he's live now, Chris. I don't know how long he's going to be on. And I'm not going to multitask and get distracted by popping on while I'm live over here. I don't do well multitasking. I do, but I'm not going to do that. I can always wish him a happy birthday in his comments if I don't make it. You having a nice evening, Joe? Life is great for me. Um, just trying to figure out some things on my computer, trying to troubleshoot why I'm suddenly having an issue with Wi-Fi out in the shop, which is where I'm at now. Um, Started about a week and a half ago, and I don't have the same issues in the house. So the only thing I can think of before bringing my all-in-one computer out into the shop, I might bring the laptop back into the house and see if it still has the same issue. So, but yeah, technology, you gotta love it. I don't have the latest greatest of anything, but I have stuff that's functional. Same with my shop. A lot of the tools I have in the shop are not the best. They're not top of the line. Let me put it that way. But they work, and when I think they're not gonna work, I'm able to make it work. I mean, let me see which hand goes up. That one. That machine right there is a bandsaw, right there. That's a Black& Decker bandsaw. That's like the lowest low of the line you can get. I got it for $25 in the garage sale about 12 years ago. And it was a very frustrating machine for me at first. Hi, A-Frame, Mitzi, Ed, whoever we are today. Thanks for stopping in. If you can smash the like button on your way out, that would be great. Um, but it had a bad blade, and I had a hard time finding a new blade for it. So I finally found a new blade for it. And Now it's in use now. Now I'm able to do the things I wanted to do with it. Yeah, it's absolutely a great deal. I think they're $80 or $90 new now. Obviously, a little bit newer style, maybe. Um, but I got a drill press from the same garage sale that I got that bandsaw, and that was also 25. And I never really used a drill press. Um, I just like tools. Thought I would use it, thought I had a need for it, but it's amazingly enough, I held on to it for the last 12 or 13 years. Let me think. It might have been a little bit longer than that, but anyway, I've held on to it because the tools are tools. If you can use them, great. No, Annie, I didn't announce this. Um, I just, it's kind of like a pop up live. Maybe I'll let me do something here. Rattle her cage a little bit. It's funny because I really don't monitor YouTube all day long or all evening long to find out who's live. Most of the time, I um, I spot check in the morning, spot check in the afternoon, and evenings are kind of when I'm on the way down to sleep land that I'll give it a little more attention. But life, got to do life. So it's just not something that I kind of wish I did pay more attention, but I don't know. My focus is not seeing who's live or not. That's why I had no idea that Savage Dave was live. I was just working on my computer, working on OBS, and I said, okay, go live. So I did. And really never bothered to look to see who else was live. Well, thank you, Annie. I appreciate it. And I'm glad you're here. Yeah, it's I want to do some different types of videos. I've got some ideas of how I want to do them. I was playing with that a little bit today. One thing I can say about OBS, aside from the other issues I'm having with it, it is a wonderful recording software. The cameras, the different things I can do with that program that I had to utilize my editing software to do. Now I can eliminate a lot of that editing and just record it that way. So, but yeah, I'm not giving up on it, but man, I'll tell you, it's a little frustrating, to say the least. But I got some projects I need to get done out here. I need to get. I still have a lot of things in my living room that need to be out in the shop. Um, and slowly but surely, I'm going to work on that. But I don't want to just bring it all out here. I want to have an organized place for it. I mean, like that piece of wood right there. I just got all my safety glasses hanging on it. That's not where I want to keep them, but I might because it's a very convenient place for them. Because I can just open the door, grab what I need, and go. Because I use those for lawn work, weed whipping. I use those glasses for a lot of things besides just inside the shop. But, I'm working on like purchasing wood has become an interesting. Uh, it's getting worse and worse. Some of the sources I have, I mean, there's a place you can go, an actual company, and I'm resisting doing that because of the shipping cost. You know, it's bad enough the wood costs as much as it does, but shipping is also an issue. And I don't have, you know, if they ship for free over $100, I don't have $100 to spend on an order. So, okay. So, you know, if I buy a smaller amount, it comes out to $100 with shipping. So it's becoming a challenge that I will overcome. I'm going to be searching for places locally to see if there's possibly some place I can purchase wood here. But the last purchase I made through Amazon, I ordered quarter-inch plywood and received eighth-inch plywood, but I really liked the wood. But I also ordered walnut plywood, quarter-inch. Now that was quarter-inch, uh, but what I didn't realize until I went to put the final finish on it, um, it's not really walnut. It's just a painted on color. So when I put the finish on, they didn't put enough color on, and all the grooves, I don't know what you call it, in the grain, the deeper grain was white, the color of the Baltic birch. So I guess I didn't mind that it was a painted finish because it looked good. Have a wonderful ride, Roland. You take care. Hi, Grandpa. I didn't mind that it was painted, but what I did mind was it wasn't done well, especially for the what I paid for it. So I have a couple of cans of spray paint. I could have done that with the Baltic birch that I have. So that's what I may do in the future. Who knows? So things are not as simple as it used to be. Things are way more complicated, way more people, I don't know, not people, companies. Companies just, they're out to make money, put out cheap product for maximum cost. So, and I rarely give reviews that are bad, but I did on that walnut. It was ridiculous for the price I paid. I mean, a can of spray paint's not that expensive. You could put it on just a teeny bit thicker, or use real walnut. That would be great. You know, I'm kind of picky on the end result of the stuff I make. I want it to look nice. You having a nice night, Grandpa? I hope you are. So yeah, let me let me see something here. See if I can play around a little bit more. The only problem with I wanted to see if I can throw up another video, but the only problem is I don't have much on this laptop because I don't use it for much. So I'm just gonna see if I got anything on here. Probably don't. Negative. All right, I'm okay with that. Well, that's good. Is it still super hot where you're at? Oop, no yawning. No yawning. I'm not tired. I am tired, but I'm not. So anyway, I'm not going to stay on much longer. I will, yeah, maybe another 15 minutes or not. I don't know. Oh, why is that? A lot of people in and out, or a lot of people in? It's pretty busy here in my area because we have a county fair going on. Yay. I remember back in the day it used to be $1 or $2 to get in. It's $20 now to go per day. $20 a day if you want to go every day for 10 days. No thanks. It would be awesome if it included something, but it don't. All it is a money trap, unfortunately. Annie, you have a great night, honey. Take care. Hardy, hardy, Annie. Yeah. So that's that. I think I might go. I like to stay on for at least an hour, but I guess I'm done complaining about my technology. I do hope you all have a good rest of your weekend. Weekend's always busy here. Our fair is going on. I wanted to go, but they won't let me take my trike in. Oh, yeah, I don't do the fair. I like my money, and I don't mean that in a selfish way. It is, Blake. It's finicky. You know, I can't complain. I've been blessed with everything that I do have in the technology arena. And so it's just one of those things. I could, you know, take this computer and factory reset it. I could also do a couple other things that might help, but I don't necessarily want to keep messing with it. So I think I'm just going to clean out stuff that I don't need. Um, do some of the cleanups that the computer comes with. As you just clean up the defrag, just give it a little TLC. I don't think that that's going to solve anything with the Wi-Fi, but you never know, it might. But I think when I shut down for tonight, I will just bring the laptop in the house, and tomorrow morning I'll test it out in there. If I have the same issue inside of the house, it's definitely not Wi-Fi, it's the computer. So you might even see me do a pop-up live again tomorrow morning. And again, I'm always appreciative of everybody that's here. Um, I don't expect anybody to show up because sometimes I'll be doing this at 6 a.m. just to test things. And to me, that's a true test. I can do it on StreamYard and OBS, which is what I already found out before I went live. But for me, actually being live does give me some better insights. Yeah, Chris, it will be interesting. I could actually just drag this in right now, but I'm not going to do that. It's too much. It's too much. I'll probably end up kicking everybody out of the live or something. We'll see how ambitious I am at first thing in the morning because I have other things I want to do tomorrow, so I really don't want to keep messing with this. Oh, okay, there we go. But I'm determined and stubborn, and I'm not going to give up. I don't give up that easily. I gave up like 10 times in the last 5 days, and I'm right back at it. I only give up temporarily. Well, that's what I mean, Chris. It's not that urgent. It's not like a some time sensitive thing that I got to have internet and Wi-Fi in the shop. And none of it really matters. Um, but I'd like to know why. I mean, I actually have a Wi-Fi booster hooked up, and it's still doing it. And yet here I am on StreamYard without OBS, and I'm fine. I've got, you know, but again, it's possible that using OBS and StreamYard together is is too much bandwidth for the service I have. I have the lowest data transfer service that the company I have offers. It's unlimited, but it's only so many, what do they call it? MPS or something like that. Let me see. Yeah. So I don't know. Oh. Is that what you use to go on to do live streams, Chris? I used to use my phone to live stream back in 2020. I would use the Wi-Fi hotspot. Can't do that now. At that time, it was unlimited. It's not unlimited anymore. Oh, I'm going to try so hard, by the way, to be at that live stream tomorrow. In fact, I'm going to set an alarm on my phone so I don't forget. Last week, I had all intentions of being there, and I get into the wheel on things, and the next thing I know, it's hours later. I'm like, oh my gosh. When 5G tries to kick in, my feed is horrible. So you can only use your phone. Okay. I um I don't use 5G. I have a 4G phone. 4G only. Doesn't have the 5G technology. It's going. Yeah, I know that. I already saved all that. I saw your community post. Um, I don't want any part of 5G. It's just like I don't want any part of artificial intelligence, AI. People are using it to make, all kinds of stuff for their YouTube channel. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I mean, it's taken away from my creativity, and even if I'm not good at it, everything I do is still my own. Um, I did an AI once on one of my, I don't even remember which one it was, to choose a title, and I so didn't like it, I just backed right out and did my own title. Oh, I refuse to upgrade. Actually, the phone I have is a Samsung Note 8, and I've had it 8 or 9 years. It's been a while. I take care of my phones. I refuse to trade in, and I refuse to get anything new because you don't own it anymore. You're kind of like leasing the phones. They make you give them back. And I can go on. I can buy a used phone. Uh, you can still get them. The only downside to the Note 8 is they're no longer doing any more software updates. And right, exactly, Chris. I just don't want, it's taken away from us being creative. It's like hitting the easy button. And of course, that's great and all, I guess. But, and if there's a couple of channels that really put out some beautiful music type videos or intros and stuff, and they're really well done. It sounds great. Everything's wonderful, except it's all artificially made. So, I'm going to be making some changes very soon. Um, and most, yeah, I'm just making changes soon. I've got some things in the works that I'm doing, and I'm kind of done with a lot of things. I've been actively doing this channel since October maybe of last year. I just started, revamped my channel, started fresh with the scrollsaw newbie stuff, and I'm starting to see things that I saw a couple of years ago that I didn't like, and I'm starting to see it again, and it's like, I have to take a step back a little bit, regroup, and just kind of give it some thought of where I want to go from here. Because not much has changed in the YouTube world. I've met a lot of great people. Everybody in this chat, I've met a lot of great people. Everybody in this chat and everybody that does come to my lives. But there's a lot of other ones that I don't know. True colors show through. Let me just put it that way. And it's kind of sad because the possibilities of what can happen if people connect on a different level than YouTube. And I don't mean personally that we talk to each other and we're best buddies on the phone. I don't mean it that way. Just a genuine connection. And a lot of channels, and there's nobody specific. I'm not trashing anybody. This is 95% of YouTube is like this. And the few people that I've come across that I see all the time are what do they call it? Are the exception, not the rule. And the rule of YouTube is it's fake. It's all a popularity contest, um, favoritism, that kind of stuff. And it's just like, and I know that, and I don't care, but I'm seeing it more and more and more, and I have to step back. I just don't want to see it. It's not my thing. There's a lot of things that just don't work for me. And there's a lot of channels that I just love to watch, even if I don't leave a comment. Sometimes I just fall asleep watching a lot of people's videos. So, anywho, and that's my story. Well, that's true, Chris. Um, that's true. But you know as well as I do, it, I would like my channel to grow, but that's not my goal. And if you're always in the same circle of people all the time with all the same people showing up, you're not going to expand your circle of your you're not going to expand your channel. You're not going to expand yourself personally. You kind of get stuck, and I don't like being stuck. That's just me though, you know. I do like the small circle of people that I have met in the last year, and of course, Chris, you're one of them. Um, Several people that were in this chat I've known since 2020, and it's just a different. I don't know. I've had to make some decisions in the last couple of days, and I'm making them because, and it has nothing to do with my channel per se. It's not like, well, think about it, Chris. If you're always going to all the same live streams with all these, and you see all the exact same people, how are you going to grow? How are you going to find new communities that you fit into? Not necessarily what your channel is about, not your niche, but just expanding. We limit ourselves because it's kind of like this fan group that we've, you know, I I did this in 2020 when I first started this channel, and it was something totally different than what it is now. That's what I did, and oh, I forgot where I was going with that. And it got to be almost like boring. Oh, I know where I was going with that. I would spend hours and hours and hours in all these live streams of the exact same people and the exact same people attending the live streams. So the way I look at it is if I'm frequenting a channel's live streams and there's no new people coming into that live stream, right? Which is fine. It's not like I'm trying to snag them. That's not it. It's just exposure. They see you talking in the chat. They might be interested in looking at your channel, that type of thing. So, and all those people that are in these live streams, we all know each other. You know, I'm aware of your channel, you're aware of mine. If you're not connected to me by now, you're not gonna be. And that's okay. But why am I still going? I I spend a lot of hours in a couple of live streams, and it's channels that you're not familiar with, by the way. So is Tuber Chat something you have to pay for, Chris? Is that a paid service? Um, Let me look. Hmm. Tuber Chat. Connect and grow. Yeah. All right. I'm there. So, but how will I love it? Live streams? I subscribed. I'll look at it later on after the live. I'll give it a look. Hi, Squirrel. How are you? Haven't seen you in a while. Of course, I haven't been on in a while either. At least not for very long. Thank you for coming in. Okay, here's the other thing about that, Chris. Okay, what I've found in the last 3 months, giving me subscribers and connecting with me is one thing. That's great. But if the people that are connecting aren't watching my content, what's the point? But I'm going to look into that though. I'll look into that. That's why grow channels are difficult to properly grow your channel. I mean, the only reason I started doing live streams again a couple of months ago is because I didn't have enough videos to um, accumulate watch hours. Um, so, how's your Saturday night going, Squirrel? Well, that's wonderful, Chris. I've acquired quite a few uh, subscribers, viewers in the woodworking venue, um, actually through Facebook groups that I belong to. And I don't promote my channel at all, but because of some of the work that I post, they seek me out and watch my content. Um, I got, no, I acquired several mentors as well to help me grow in this craft, this hobby, which was huge. And that's what's huge for you too is oh, connecting with other koi channels. You can share different things and information to improve your ponds or your the koi's. I don't know, because I love what you've done with the pond, with the waterfalls and all that. So that was cool. I was like so wrapped up in that. I couldn't wait to see you finish it and get them filled. Did I miss, by the way, now that you're here, did I miss the fish being put back in? I'm going to go look. I'm so bad. Let me go look. I'm going to, don't tell me. Don't tell me. I'm going to look it up. Oh, perfect, Squirrel. Excellent. I think I saw that. I'll have to go look because I usually leave a comment when on community posts. I'll definitely go look. Where are you? Videos. No, I'm waiting for part 3, Chris. where all the fishies are put back where they're supposed to be. But I do appreciate you answering my questions when I in my comment. Now, you had talked about the baskets for the plants, and I kind of had an idea that that's what they were for, but because I know nothing about what you're doing, that's why I did ask. But I've wanted to do what do they call it? Aquaponics, the fish tank with the vegetables and different plants where the plants feed the fish and the fish feed the plants. That's what you call it. Um, I have not. I just haven't had what I need to do it. And once again, it's an expense, like anything else, any other type of hobby or different things. Yeah, you do, Squirrel. Did some cool stuff on her videos, man. I tell ya. I was impressed with the amount of work that went into it. But that kind of stuff that you're doing. Oh, you are doing the hydroponic. Okay. Um, what I like about watching what you were doing with the ponds is I like building stuff. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's wood or something else. And so that kind of thing interests me, especially when your husband was bending the plates and doing what he did for the waterfall part. I'm like, oh, I never thought to do it that way, because I've done that with metal, sheet metal, or whatever it is he was using uh, for other things, and I was able to accomplish the task. But when I watched him do that, I'm like, I could have done it that way. Dang. Well, you know what, Squirrel? I have to tell you, I don't get to your channel as often as I would like either. And you just stopping in, I appreciate it so much. I mean, that means a lot to me, and we can't be everywhere. If you're doing a channel, you try to support other channels, and then you have what I like to call life, a life. We have to have a life too. So I try to make sure I at least once a day catch somebody to watch their stuff. And it's usually more than one channel. But when you're subscribed to a lot, yeah, well. But that's the thing, Chris. Adapt and overcome. You made it work. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't have that ability to tap into their own creative resources to make stuff happen. You know what, Squirrel? I'm telling you, life first. If there's people that aren't happy because you're not showing up, well, that's their problem. Because if they don't have let's see, if they have room in their mind to realize who's not watching them, they need to figure out something else to do with their life. I don't even notice sometimes. You know what I mean? But Chris, that's the thing. We just can't be everywhere. I try to make it a point to visit channels that I haven't visited, like this past week. Today's Saturday, you know, and on weekends are kind of mine. Whether I have do a live stream, visit live streams, etc. But I just can't. Oh yeah, me too, Chris. I really enjoy it when somebody tells me I can't do something. Grandpa, thank you so much for staying. I appreciate you, and I'll see you tomorrow night. So yeah, I just don't. A friend of mine, she's usually in the chats. I mean, she might be watching. I don't know, but I come across a problem, and the next day I'll tell her, go, oh, you won't believe what I was able to make happen. And she laughs. She goes, I knew you'd come up with something. If something breaks, here's my mindset. It's already broke. I can't break it anymore. So if I have an item that's broken, that's not usable, anything I do is not going to make it unusable more. No matter how I look at it, I still can't use it. So, and I have yet, maybe 99% of the time, I've resolved issues and fixed items, and that's that. I mean, you should have seen what I did with my wired headset. The part that plugs into the phone, that jack, the cable was starting to, it was a mess. I fixed it. It ain't pretty, but it works. Well, I think I'm going to bounce. I went over an hour. Not that it matters, but I hope you all have a great night. Much appreciate you being here, Chris. It's always great to chat with you. Grandpa Squirrel, thank you for coming in. Really appreciate you being here. And Blake, if you're still listening, thank you so much for stopping in and hanging out. I hope you're feeling better. I'll check in with you next week. You have a great night too, Squirrel. Appreciate it. Yeah, we should talk, Chris. I don't know if you ever heard of uh, it's a distraction. And so if you apply that, and I'm not going to go there, but if you apply that to what's going on in our country, we're being distracted from stuff. So on that happy note, because I'm not going there, uh, thank you, Chris. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you being here, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Be blessed, and take care.